Sync start with OBS. Hang on, let me see if I can encoder. All right, and we're now live on the YouTubes. Hopefully it's public. Oh, okay, yeah. So I got to start kind of, I don't know, taking this stuff a bit more serious. But yeah, I don't want like the player to get stuck in here and fall down through. So I think what I want to do is we'll make the assumption that when we have a floor, the first floor is always like a collider is in the area. So there's always an area collider. So that way we turn off this main collider that's on the floor when we're on the first floor. Obviously we enable it, you know, you go up, you go down, all that kind of stuff. But then what's great about that is, you know, if it's coming down and you're not in it, and I guess I still might push you out. Yeah, I might have to. Maybe I just need to do some logic to make sure that they're not in the elevator column. Alright, so all the buttons pre-populate. Alright, so I want to just confirm that the YouTube's not terrible. Hey, we got okay, cool. Let's I used to have Hey James. We're doing elevators today. I'm also going to figure out was it audacious? Yeah, let me grab audacious. Taking a short break, been playtesting. That's awesome. For the I think I already have this installed. I do. Where does just give me a moment. We're gonna quickly detour here to save ourselves from having to run this stuff in Firefox. That doesn't work. Oh well, fine. Let me take these. And you sort by time. $18 and $30. All right, now let me just change my audio capture to be audacious. And then problem solved. All right, good. Now I have a, good old Winamp. All right, so what we're gonna, let me know what the audio is like. Hopefully it's a lot better than just running it through Firefox, and we can just then use Firefox for everything else. Let me see if this one works real quick. No. You know why they don't work? There was one. I had an audacious skin. I'm actually determined to find that now. Yeah, I think that's the same one. Or maybe it just needs to be extracted. Yeah, it's the same one. Hey, Steven. Yeah, elevators today. Elevators, one of the side projects, because I think I'm okay with where I am with the UI. It needs more work, but like everything, I want to get it all in place, just so I can start getting the build back together. And without the elevator system working appropriately, I can't get the main core stations working because they rely on elevators. So we have to get them working, and then we have to get them working in multiplayer. I have already gone through and got them working, but you know. So that's what's on the agenda today. Just going to be cleaning this code up a little bit. Yeah, might have to increase the. Phew. I don't know what I'm allergic to. I'll be back. Gotta go blow my nose. BRB. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I don't really think we ended up even using target floor. Yeah, getting this stuff converted over from Unity is fun. Okay, so the moment of truth is we simply just go ahead and duplicate this. And duplicate our floor. And all we should have to do is add it to our floors. Give it an index. and hit play. And the UI should work, and it should auto-generate everything, and it should all just be one cohesive system. There should be a fourth floor. Yeah. It's so weird. I need to figure out why it does that. When I duplicate a node, it keeps an animation reference. Like it duplicates the animating. Like I'm duplicating it, but I want it to be unique. I wish there was just a copy. Like I wish duplicate, in a sense, could work more natural. Yeah, see? These are still considered the same mesh and the same references. When I go to open the door, right? We're still calling down here. It's so dumb. I don't. It's one thing I don't fully. But if I go take a, obviously we take a fresh floor and we throw it in there. All right, super top. Oh, it was null. So we have a new one in there. And actually, let me, yeah, because it really shouldn't have an empty one in the list. Good, so we can have unlimited elevators. We can have as many elevators as we need. Alright, so let's call it from here. Oh, it opens a lot earlier. We need to make sure it doesn't open until we get there. Make sure I'm only calling it, because it'll open when it gets to where it needs to go. So it should already be here, so this should open. And if we call it to the second floor, to the top floor, I'm gonna move the whole elevator system up. 0.01. Yeah, leave it at 5, just real quick maybe. Alright, let's take these and go up. Alright, and now let's try with spacing, because it should still work perfectly with spacing. Yep, it does. Cool. It's very poor in implementation right now, but I'm going to ever run into a better idea for a part of your game that means total refactor and it kind of kills the momentum? Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to. Because I spent most of my time in the Godot Discord, and if I were to kind of like, oh my god, I need to add this feature because it's cool, the game would never get done. I'd be in development hell forever. And we need to get it done. Objectively speaking, we need it to we need to find a playability level, you know, that people can actually enjoy. And I'm gonna call that done. It's the last section of the game too. But sometimes, like, you know what I mean, like sleep on it. Like, you know, think about the idea, like how fun would that be, you know what I mean? And it kind of like and see kind of where your heart, you know, takes you with it. Where you're like, hmm. But generally, if you're, you know, if you're that close. You have a wave system that works for the entire game except the last level. Yep. That I've seen. Because the whole concept of your game, right, is waves. Like it's like a defense game. You know, everything is coming at you. At least for one of the gameplay types that I saw. When you're not attacking other bases and stuff like that. Just streaming, but watching those streams at the same time on Twitch. Let me go give you a follow. Or are you doing both? Okay, I'm on the main company channel. Let's go. Don't forget to do the you know, the old x.com because it is great. Okay, man, that's stupid. I see. This is the stuff that kills me. You know what I mean? Like, I stayed up late the other night for Patreon to do a clip of the ships working, and the workflow of trying to make it tiny and still really good and like work on everything. Oh my god, like I was playing around with FFmpeg and trying to adjust things, you know, because I really need to find a workflow to get clips out, because I just posted this one clip and it was reshared, you know what I mean? And now it's at 200 views. And I just threw this thing out there, you know, so like people are commenting on it, like, oh, that's kind of cool, you know, it's reshares, reposts, and this is nothing. This was just something that's intended to be semi-internal when you really think about it. But it's yeah, like it's just so much time, so much work. Oh, you know, it's like you can't win, man. It's okay. So yeah, I was heading over to for going to follow. We were going back to the ClickUp and being like, okay, initial elevator system from Unity is working, and this elevator tool script is something that's probably going to have to be something a little bit different. And I think I'm actually going to separate what is a game object elevator prefab. And right, so I have a feeling, I have an idea to create a custom elevator tool. So it'll be like a tool that creates elevators. You know, I still gotta like customize the grid here and customize the it's, yeah, because these need to be expanding. I'm glad you're streaming, James, though. I'll actually, if we're not overlapping in any way, I'll definitely get an opportunity, you know, I'll spend some time over there too, just seeing what you're working on. But definitely, you know, even though it's definitely in the whole, what I call like the circle jerk kind of category of game development, sharing it on Twitter still really does help, because then I could reshare it, be like, hey, check out my buddy, you know, Zengris working on blah blah blah. You know, it's just reiteration, more exposure, just to kind of get you over the 50-person hump. We're expanding. Create a container theme overrides. Should expand children. Okay, so they need to be expand on the container sizing. thought I said that. But in that layout mode, in layout, it should be container sizing. Layout direction, layout mode is already container. The layout, this node is a child of a container. Yeah, what is container sizing if we hover over it? Get combined minimum size. Let's see, button, fit, container sizing in C#. Get Yeah, definitely set the minimum size, but not what I'm looking for. Size flags horizontal is what it says that it is. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, it'll be fill expand. What do we have? Were both of them there? Expand, fill? I can get the minimum size. Let me check old chat GPT. Oh, it's just mean size. Gotcha. No, it's still not, yeah, it's rect min size. I don't see a rect min size here. You can get a rectangle. You can't set the rectangle though. We have a single when it's changed. Does X have live streaming? It does, it's really new. Yeah, I guess I see the size min. It must be a size min. There's a get minimum size, but there isn't just a minimum size that I can just use. Custom minimum size. Yeah, this. Yeah, so the minimum height, the minimum width will be 100 and 300. I want to play with this and just see what I can do here with just code. So like 300, nope. 120, 100, 75. So it'll be 75 by 75. We'll just kill that test button. My business partner, 3D artist guy Justin, will join the stream later. I just figured out the collab came last night. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Is Justin local as well? Ontario, cool. I really think we should upstart the Newfoundland game development thing. Oh, and there's the thing coming up. I don't know if you got this email. Hang on a second. Let me show you this. I gotta grab it in my personal email. Just give me 1 second. Maybe it's on my other view now for Revere. It is. This. Let me view this in the browser. Check this out. So we're actually having an official Twitch meetup, like actually sponsored by Twitch. It's May the 10th. So wait, is it already over? April, May. Yeah, next month. Mount Pearl Tennis Club, and apparently there's going to be like merchandise. Hello, Twitch streamers are going to be there. It's a non-alcoholic event, free merch. You had to RSVP. I can send you this. Yeah, and now they're actually getting bigger. I don't think they had the official backing of Twitch behind them last year. But I will send this one to you. Do I have you on Discord? Friend me on Discord is just Revere, same spelling. And I'll send it to you. I think I have you here. Thought I did. I mean. Well, apparently Discord hates me, but okay. Thanks, Discord. But yeah, just same phone. I should have the original. Hey, Bungalow. Yeah, no, that should be. How's your day going, Mongol? What were you working on today? Anything cool? I don't see like see an editor inspector plugin. Are not visible in the scene tree dock and are not persistent to disk. If you wish the node or scene to be visible in the scene tree dock and persist to disk when saving, you need to set the child's owner property in a current edited scene route. Oh, there's a property train. Is that a thing? Okay, let's see. There's a validate property. Yeah, we just got a load of that. Wait, faded bool is number editable. Hey Ryan, how's it going? Feel like I'm onto something. I'm doing well, working on an elevator system today. And just trying to make sense of the tool stuff. I want to make a tool for auto-generating elevators. And I just want this tool to listen for my Boolean text. Yeah, I'll show, so all I need to do to add more more floors to this is drag in a floor, like a new floor prefab, move it up and add it to the elevator's array of floors, and then that's it. Takes care of everything from there. And you can position these floors wherever you want because the root of the floor is where the floor system aligns itself to. So it's all working. You know what I mean? Like right now, I can just, rename the floors, give them names, hit play, run around, use the elevator system, and, it's all good. I can go, call the elevator, right? Dynamically creates a floor list. I go to that third one, and go over a little bit here. Right, and it's all fine and dandy. Your workflow looks so efficient. Your skills are goals. Yeah, it's whatever works really, but all right, and then boop down to number 1. Ever since the VIC-20, extensively since the VIC-20. I've always been programming. I've always been building stuff. Well, it started off originally in BASIC, and then I used like QBasic, which was really awesome. Visual Basic 4, Visual Basic 5, Visual Basic 6, C++. When I had Visual Studio, and then I started getting really into MUDs, so I built a MUD in C, and I did that for high school. After high school, I moved to the city, became a network administrator, ran my own Apache server. So everything from that point became PHP, right? So I did a bunch of automation, set up a whole bunch of bands with like PHPDB and PHP Nuke and all that crap, and I just helped people integrate stuff, and stayed in PHP land for way too long. Stopped application development. And then I jumped back in and did a little tiny bit of Xamarin on C# because a buddy of mine was doing C#. And I put together an app for the school, like a basic one with Xamarin. It was enough to be like, not really learn C#, but learn enough C# just to make things work, just to make it compile. And then ultimately I started making games, like I was doing stupid shit when I was in high school. Like I was making like a Final Fantasy clone in like Visual Basic 5, where all you had was like a picture box control. So if you wanted to animate things, you had to like blit them off screen, so it would be like functional. Because without blitting, it would like, just forcing, ActiveX controls and shit that's not supposed to be doing what I'm trying to do with it. Yeah, and then along that way, I learned a bit of OpenGL. Done some stuff in STL2. A few months ago, when I took my break, I made a Vulkan renderer called Raven. Yeah, that was fun. This is Raven. Right, so this is my. Yeah, I was working on adding stupid, and it's just using GLM and a few other nonsense. I don't even know if this actually works now. Let me see if it still even builds. Come on, swap chain model. Nope, not happening. Do I have a release build? No, I've been screwing with it. What am I coding? I'm not coding anything. I was just showing, just drawing some of the stuff that I've just kind of dabbled with. But I remember, back when I was younger, I made a basic renderer, and then I realized animations were a thing. And if you don't know a lot about bones and animations, like, it's just nested quaternions, you know? And that's when I was like, oh yeah, no, we can't make a game engine. But for a little while, I wanted to learn how things work. So I made this little, you know, I spent 8,000 years in the Chronos group documentation and whipped up something that renders a cube. I'm actually curious. I should still have an old release of that. I don't think it was cleaned. Yeah, what if I don't pull my lighting system? I'll build shaders. Oh, I remember why it's broken. Because I started doing CMake automations, and then in setting up CMake to automatically build the shaders for me with the ChronoGroose's default shader compiler, I fucked everything up. I remember now. Because I was trying to add the... yeah, I was adding SFML, which is this. SFML. Yeah, it's multiple. What I was doing was I was adding 3D positional audio to the engine for fun, and anyway, don't make game engines. Don't make game engines. There's no reason to make game engines. I was bored and waiting for Unity to not be retarded. But I'll show you the game that I'm actually working on. This is Unforgiven Space. It is a Cowboy Bebop meets Firefly space adventure in multiplayer. You know, it's like a Star Citizen Light. Being ported over from Unity. Right, so this is, you know, the female character as an example. Here is the space. And here is your main ship. Everything is customizable. You can swap out all the components. And you're pretty much buying and selling cargo. Right, just going from place to place, buying and selling cargo, making credits, earning reputation, and slowly upgrading your stuff. So that's the gist of the game. I can't wait to get back to art again. I cannot wait to get back to doing art and finishing these modules and getting them in the game. I'm almost there. I'm actually running out of things to for it. There's 28 things left on my sprint. A lot of them is like some. I still got to do a bit more nav mesh stuff for the NPCs for their walking around and stuff. I haven't really got them. There's an issue with rotated nav meshes and how the like how custom nav mesh whatever you want to call them collision or avoidance objects or whatever they are, they don't seem to work. They seem to be stuck in global space. That's really annoying. Yeah, I want to do ladders, but I don't think we're going to do ladders. Like, I am going to do ladders, but I think I'm only going to be going up to the ladder and then having it just let you move up and down. I'm not really going to add the animations to it right now. You're just going to kind of hook into a state of the ladder and then just, you know, climb on up. And then I'll add the animations later, just so I can use ladders in the game. Yeah, 3D, 2D radar surroundings a point of interest. Yeah, so very, very, very soon I'll be merging everything back together again into the final build and just kind of getting back into level design. And pretty much once I'm confident the players can spawn their own ships. And that the authority works, which is probably what I'm going to work on and just a little bit more. I'm like super tired today, so. But I was really hoping to start figuring out the tooling scripts. Do you have a time frame for a demo? Well, the demo is always the demo is always like everything. And it's time to go and promote it again, you know. Every Sunday I do a Patreon build, and so this is last right, so this was just highlighting what I've done like last week. Like all of this is just 1 week of development, and in this case I got the NPCs, you know, flying more steadily in this build. Right, my goal is to try to get, you know, a single $25 Patreon, or 4 $5 Patreons, or 2 $10 Patreons every week. You know, hopefully, you know, in future. It's hard for it to pick up because I need more to show. But this is stuff you can test, you know, in the current build. And you know, I'm just gonna keep pushing builds, you know, every single week until you look around you and realize that you're in a, you know, it's all there. But tentatively, I plan probably for right. So next week we'll probably have ship stuff done. The station NPCs will probably be working by April the 30th. So I would say, tentatively, that May the 7th would be the project is completely back into Godot, and we're all working out of the Unforgiven space project. We're working out of this one, right? Because there's no code in this. There's only Unity assets, right? So you'll be able to log into the game and be here, right? Instead of logging into the game and being where we are right now, which is just in the empty testing. And since last stream, let me actually show you what I've added. If you haven't seen it on the last stream, but in the empty testing, and I think this actually looks great. Let me move this over in preparation so I can do a side by side. So check this out. See if I can All right, so there's the player. All right, so there's the player. We have the multi-tool. We have the gun. But now we have a new tool. We have the PDA. So this little PDA here is actually a fully working menu system. I can zoom in, zoom out. I want to show you in third person just so you can see what it actually looks like in third person. If that's actually, if it's not cut off by the stream. Let me confirm. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, you can see it. Excellent. But check this out. So now let me take off the camera. So this is how this works. Check this out. I can now run around, and it should be like a wider perspective, right? And I have my my multi-tool, and you know, I'm doing my missions because I fixed the cargo missions. So these you can do right now. So I can go over. Accept the mission for hydrogen. Oh. There we go. We have a pickup point and a drop-off point. So we can take this hydrogen and finish the mission. Like I said, it's not much, but you know, it's about getting gameplay in the game. You know, boom! I just made credits. So when we're now looking at this panel, this is fully interactable. It's a fully working system. I can look at my missions. I can right-click and zoom in. So I want it to make it diegetic, or whatever. You know, I want to make the mission system be a real thing, like Star Citizen's Mobi-Glass. But ours is going to be like a monochrome, you know, actual PDA. I'm still going to have an override menu for non-in-game stuff. But like, here, hang on, check this out. Check this out. And this is just this week, right? Because that's a part of the hacking system. The hacking system needs the PDA working because there's a whole series of you know, systems for like slicing that relies upon the terminals, because they kind of they integrate with the ship systems, and they interact with the stations. We don't want to ever actually have floating things in the game, right? So check it out, fully synced. I fixed all the jitter as well that you guys were seeing before. This is now fully synced projectiles, but here's the new thing. Here's the PDA working perfectly in multiplayer. Right. So, you know, now I can see that someone is using their PDA for something. So maybe they're like hacking something. Maybe they're here, you know what I mean, like fucking with the you know, the systems, you know, or doing something naughty, you know. And a lot of this inspiration comes from a Steam game. Some of this inspiration, I want to show you. It's called Objects in Space. I don't recommend buying it because they kind of canceled working on it. But Objects in Space is a amazing game. I'm actually going to launch it. I want to show you. Yeah, Objects in Space is a 2D game, but it's in a 3D world. And it runs like crap. I don't know what it's written in. I think it's custom. Hi. Here we're gonna finish. We're gonna load. Are we just not liking widescreen? So okay, cool. Here we are in objects in space. Um, yeah. So check this is objects in space. Continue. So objects in space is literally a game where you know you're at a station, and while you're at the station, it's kind of like Myst, where you can go. Here's my ship out here. There's nothing I can do now. I can just exit the ship. But it has these really cool diegetic. Um, yeah, apparently I have to like actually, you know, go in and leave. Right, but it uses this terminal for everything. Right, it's one of the things that it does. Right, so this terminal, you know, this game has a lot of ticks because it's like 2D. You know what I mean? But I just have to go and like request permission to leave. Right here's the ship, and it's like Myst. You know, you can go through. Like this ship only has two rooms, so 2D game where you're space. You know, you're doing kind of the same stuff, space trekking. We have to. I think yeah, we're docked. Yeah, so you have to like close doors, undock. Right, so you get like an incoming hail, enter. So this game, like I said, they stopped working on it. It's kind of you know, it was a great game, but you know, because all the systems in it were great. Like in this game, you could go in and open any of the systems, like a battery. They could disconnect the battery, open it, and actually, like, you know, edit any of this stuff. Right, so everything is a component in this game. Very, very, very cool game. One of them, yeah. And you connect it all back again. It all is a physical thing, right? You have a spare one that's broken. But what's cool is like, again, I'm not playing through this whole tutorial again. But it has a whole like system. Yeah, see, it's not letting me kind of. It wants us to go to 50 degrees, so. Yeah, it's too bad that it's you see we're like slowly burning. But it's a cool game. I really recommend this. You do look like Walter White. Hey, Dave. A lot of people say that. Yeah, lot of social stuff. But what's cool about this though is you can actually go buy cargo, upgrade your ship. Like it has a lot of cool stuff that I want to include. But of course, my game's 3D, you know, and this kind of like I just happened to come across it. I'm not much of a reader. Blah 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 blah. I just want to make money in the game. Good. Like it actually has an RCS and burn. It's really cool. Yeah, I wish I could like skip. You pretty much make a jump and you go back, like some time warp happens and you end up in the future and you have no you don't have anything. Right? But you're kind of navigating in 2D space. But what I do like about, one thing that this game does well though, is there's so much shit happening all the time, and I know it's kind of 2D. Like you're not really bored even when you're in Quantum, because you're always checking stuff, make sure it works, and you know, they don't care. It all just do the same thing. Plotting a new course. Well, there's whole like piracy in this thing. You can like, it's mostly like kind of like a more torpedo-ish. But yeah, that's the. I would like to finish the super tutorial just so I can like show you guys like the stations and the concept for this, which was like super fun game. Yeah, am I supposed to be going to them? Waiting jump. Oh yeah, I just had to jump. This is when this all goes like completely out of. So you end up jumping, everything fails, all the modules pretty much, you know, die. You're spinning, you're in the future, you have no idea, you know, what's happening. All your stuff is broke. Right, so I will be adding a lot of this kind of stuff. Right, who are you? Hey, I'm Les. Yeah, so they want us to replace the helm. Now the helm computer is online again. So helm is now online again. And now they want to meet us at Lagos. Yeah. So let's... And what's super cool... Oh, night, James. Is like, once this... there we go, she's gone, don't care, go away. Yeah, we're like 50 years late or something. Sadly, we've already done all this. Okay. Yeah, so this ship doesn't have anything, but you can actually get these huge multi-room ships. They're pretty cool. I'm gonna land and we're gonna go back to Cody. Okay, so it's actually like docking, attaching it, connecting shore power, engaging proximity mode, checking your life support, and hooking us up. So now we're in. And now this is a whole other station. So this is kind of like where NPCs talk to you. This is the guy that rescued you. He gives us a job and kind of gives us the first ship. The shuttle may not be safe, blah, 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 blah. Right, so now we have money. So this is where it gets kind of interesting. So you can go in, you can buy all your goods, all your trading. You can check your licenses that you have. Very similar system to US. Your loans. So you can get a loan of, like get a loan of more money to work with. Your contracts, your passengers for passenger missions, and your bounties. Right now, in the beginning, hard to do these bounties. Right, so that's the commerce aspect of it. But as you keep going through, you have the mechanic, so you can do your repairs, install more pods. All your different, munitions. You can buy, an actual brand new ship. and they're all different types. Like a light freighter, and you could buy like used ones that are like really, really, really shitty. Like a secondhand Proxima. It tells you like how many computers, how many drives, 8 pods. Corvettes are nice. You don't. You only have the money by from selling your old ship. And these are the actual like components themselves that you could buy to replace all the modules that are on your ship. And like each one of these, like there's only a few areas in each station, but they are in 3D for this game. But this is it for here. Just these. But depending on where you go, there's different types of missions and stuff like that. But that's how Objects in Space plays. It's just a 2D game, and every time you dock, you got to pay your fees, request to leave, and you can just buy and sell goods, and kind of do bounties, do missions, gain reputation, and obviously I want to go a bit further with it. But this is actually a really good game for 2D anyway. But I always loved like the idea of having, similar to Star Citizen, like having a mobi-glass, having something that you have all your information here, at your disposal. So yeah, Ryan, that's yeah, it could be bad too, you know what I mean? But it's just like I don't like these. I like the only. I think that this type of UI, like a real UI, is important for game settings. Like, what if you lose your tablet? What are you gonna do? You're screwed. You know what I mean? Like, you can't change your settings or whatever. But like, will you have access to your reputation system or any of that stuff? Not really, because it's kind of a part of the uplink of the ship. You know? Yeah, I know. I'm already on it. Not happening. But that's gonna be. I gotta find a way to integrate my stream with Patreon a bit more, and just try to find ways so we can grow our little community, and try to reach my own targets. But I'm confident in my abilities. It's just going to be a matter of time. Like we have so much more now in Godot than we did when we were in Unity. Just once it all comes together, I really think it's going to look nice, and it's going to be working a lot better. That's the hope, you know. But I need to get player ships. There's something weird with ships. Like when I spawn in my own ship, it works totally fine for the client authority. And now what I haven't actually done though is got another player. Hang on. Maybe I'm actually thinking about this wrong, because I'm trying to deal with the server as a client. And that's not necessarily what I really need to be testing. But I think 3 instances is going to run like shit. But I'm actually curious. Hey, you're hosting. Yeah, it's so hates. I need more RAM. And do I still have Unforgiven systems running here? No. Go back. Yeah, it doesn't like you running three builds simultaneously. It's weird though, because sometimes it can. Like these two builds are running fine. Like something weird happens when you cross the 3 instances. Like this is not actually using a lot of GPU. You know, it's using a little bit, but most of the stuff OBS is still kind of doing, right? That's the issue with streaming and working on it. I would like to get a streaming PC up and running again to try to help with some of that stuff. Maybe free some of my memory utilization, but because like it all runs great. I just need another client because I feel we could test a bit more effectively. See, 2 clients is still only, with OBS using 20% now. You know what I mean? Like both Godot's are only 19%. They're only 10% GPU each. You know, there's nothing overloading it. And then I run another instance and suddenly it all goes to shit. It's very annoying. Try it again. Okay, they're not laggy now. Okay. Post. Nope, it is laggy. I'm also using RTX cores for my stream. For the background removal. Give me 1 moment to grab hold of this. Background removal is being done by RTX NVIDIA Broadcast. And NVIDIA Broadcast sucks. Like, it's great. It's good at doing what it's doing. It just really does, you know, utilize a lot of the 3070 for nonsense. But I haven't run CCleaner in a while, but there's not a lot of stuff running that I haven't actually ran myself. So it's kind of, you know. So let's go back to 2 builds. I can totally decrease the amount of NPCs, but they're really like not that much data, and B, they're not that much GPU. Like their nagnish isn't really a big deal. There's a surprising amount of BG bloatware from Windows. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Okay, so so let me, as the server, go spawn in my ship, and I will just see if it's doing the same behavior. Alright, so I'm gonna watch the server. Gonna run around over here. Hello, other player. Yeah, so it's the yeah, it's especially weird, right? Because the server in itself is always an authority of one because it's the host in this case, and we don't really want, like we want the host having authority, but because it is the server, it does make testing very annoying. Yeah, because we had an authority. Let's yeah, let me fix the yeah, because we're getting our multiplayer authority. Maybe we really need to get our client ID. Yeah, we will grab our unique ID instead. No, it didn't spawn. With authority. Yeah, 'cause that's what's happening. The multiplayer peer is the server. What do we do? Let's go and explore. Godot. And line multiplayer. Not for the engine itself. Waiting for a dedicated server. If you want to run the server, your project machine doesn't have a GPU or a display available, you need to run Godot with headless display mode. The headless command. You don't need to use a specialized server binary. Unlike Godot, the issue with that is if we export it, many resources or textures can be stripped from the P4K to reduce its size. Godot offers a way to do this. Textures and materials in a way that preserves references in themes or resources, built in or external. To do so, make sure you have a dedicated export preset for your server. Select that Go to its Resources tab. Export mode as dedicated server. Oh, strip visuals. Be careful when using the remove mode, as seeing resources that reference the remove file will no longer be able to load. If both your client and server are a part of the same project, you'll have to add a way to start the server using the command line argument if you exported. To detect the server, you can use dedicated server feature tag to detect whether a dedicated server PCK is being used. If OS has feature dedicated server, run your server startup code here. Use this check. You can start the server by running headless, Godot binary, editor or export template with headless option. Yeah. Where does one put this code though? What is the uptime for today? 2.5 hours. Yeah, I get that we can filter whether we are running a server or not, and we can differentiate whether it's headless or not. But how will we change the default scene for a dedicated server? Hi, chat, Chippity. Create the dedicated server scene first. Go to project settings. Under the applications tab, run in the main scene field. Specify the path for your dedicated server. Use the file picker. Ensure the proper scene initialization. Yeah, I get it. So I'd have to toggle it. So would I literally, I want it to separate those? Yeah, I guess I would just have to change it. This is gonna be just the same code. I'm gonna be lazy and get rid of all the buttons. Okay, now that server is it. Hey, Antics. And then we're not adding a player anymore. Excellent. And let's do a little bird's eye view before we go headless. What are you working on, Apex? This has changed the server. Your dedicated server export. Alright, so this is now a dedicated server, which is running. We're going to get rid of all the graphics. And let's go back into the universe scene. One second. Yeah, I still need to limit it to 1. Okay, dedicated server. Join. Hi, can we have some flames? May we have some frames? Do I still have like 500 versions of this running? Maybe. Run 1 instance. So Addicts, are you still watching? So is the stream dying? No, it was me running out of VRAM. See if you can see me running around on the right. See my little blue. Or is my audio also like freaking out? Close something? There's nothing to close. We're not using up all of the memory right now. It's a lot of it is just NVIDIA broadcast and OBS. OBS uses way more than my games or the dedicated server. We should be fine now. Anyway, you didn't respond to. Anyway, see the right? The right is a dedicated server. The right scene is not even called Universe Online. I don't even need to have graphics in the right scene. So the right is actually a dedicated server build, which automatically runs headless when I run it with the headless property. Yeah. Look at the documentation. Look, it even has options of stripping all of the meshes and visuals. Right? Right? You can strip any music, you can strip pretty much anything that's right? Using the dummy audio driver. But anyway, I'm gonna get ready. We're gonna raid someone. I finished the elevators today. that was what I needed to get done today. Was I needed to finish elevators, get elevators working, and they're now working. We have initial dedicated server support because I need to actually run one right away. But I think I want to, I think I am going to try to get a dedicated streaming rig up and running. I have so many computers here. I have like so many 3060 Ti's doing nothing. I might as well use one. I'm sure the extra power draw is not really going to be doing anything. Given it's probably only going to be using like, you know, same thing, probably 15-16% GPU on that. They give me more video memory to play with. And I could put Linux on it. I could do a Linux streaming PC. So I could do Linux builds and whatnot on it. I might give it a shot. But anyway, I'm gonna go raid someone. It's been a tiring day. And we'll be back tomorrow to go ham again. See if Sedlex is still up. First time game dev in Godot. Oh, Telex is offline. I don't know. You guys have any suggestions? Who we can raid? Let's do Trash Panda.
Bear, thank you for following. Oh. Look at that. Hey, it is actually working. Yo, thank you for the raid. That actually is perfect. Oh, man.